why would someone like George Floyd be a BLM martyr, who is an armed robber who shoved a gun into a pregnant woman's stomach? He was a drug addict. Admittedly, what happened to him was horrific. But this stuff is police practice all over the place. But this singular incident of George Floyd has happened, and why does these movements like Black Lives Matter, of which I was reading today that out of the $90 million raised, $60 million is unaccounted for at the moment. Why are the martyrs of this cause George Floyd rather than the martyrs of this cause being someone like David Dorn, who was the retired police officer who went to help out, look after security in a shop during another Antifa protest and a BLM riot? And you would have thought this is a fine, upstanding member of the society, and you go, look, here is a black life which has been taken away, and this guy gave everything. Why martyrize someone who's so obviously fallen, if for want of a better word, someone who'd had such, and Jacob Blake, who had this vile history of what he was doing with his partner. Why do these movements take such obvious targets for criticism and turn them into martyrs ahead of genuinely, pillars of their community like David Dorn?
Okay, controversial questions you asked. I would say that the reason why many of the so-called martyrs of BLM are convicted criminals and convicted felons is because part of their mission is to uplift criminality, actually. They view the American criminal justice system, policing, courts, as all entirely illegitimate. So anybody who has happened to go through that system and has been convicted
is a victim.
Is a victim and was actually, in a way, fighting against the system.
That's amazing. So it's so upside down and topsy-turvy.
Yeah, it has Black Lives Matter has, I would say, nothing to do with actual caring about the welfare of Black Americans, which, you look at the data, the disparities do matter, and the solutions that they are positing, such as attacking the nuclear family, and attacking capitalism, these are not things that are going to help Black Americans by and large. And in fact, you brought up the fundraising. It's not surprising to me that one of the co-founders of Black Lives Matter was revealed by the New York Post last year in an investigation to have a multi-million-dollar estate empire
in Topanga Canyon amongst all the white people.
That's right. And then now we find out that the Black Lives Matter US had sent millions and millions of dollars to the Canadian offshoot so they could buy a mansion. And this was an organization that all the corporate entities were donating tens of millions, hundreds of millions to. Altogether, in 2020, it was it was a racket, in my opinion, and they used threat of violence to make people comply. So yeah, my views of BLM, as you see, are very harsh, and I think it deserves to be harsh. Because
do you think that your views of BLM, if there wasn't a media industrial complex now, which is like you're not allowed to criticise BLM, you're not allowed to criticise any of this stuff, do you think that England has a different racial makeup, as I don't even like the word race anymore because I think we are all one human race, but England has a different ethnic makeup that America and the UK comparable in any way like that?